Hello and welcome. I'm going to talk a little bit today about the idea of change and readiness to change. We might refer to it as a change cycle, but we can just talk about it in terms of how ready, how prepared do you feel to change? Because I think this is a really important question to ask ourselves at any point in time when we're facing something that feels tricky, when we're facing something that's going to be a challenge anyway, to think about, am I ready to change? Do I have what I need to start making these changes? Have I got the support I need? And is it within me to think, okay, what am I going to do when I start this process? How am I going to help myself to keep going through it? Because if we don't have within us that deep sense of, right, I'm ready, it's going to be hard. I don't know how this is going to look, but I have a determination and a commitment to make it happen. If that isn't there, we're going to find it really hard, and we're going to find it knocks our confidence if we don't do so well. So I think it's really important to think about where we're at as we begin this. And maybe there's some preparatory work to do before we actually begin the process of making the hard changes that we want to make. We've got to think about, have I got what I need when my emotions are all over the place and it feels hard? Have I got support around me? Have I got some skills within me? What do I do with those hard emotions that's going to be helpful, beneficial, and not destructive when they come up? Am I prepared and ready for them? Have I got people around that are going to support me, that already know that this is going to be tricky, but it's important, and will do as I need them to do, will maybe champion me in those times where I don't quite believe in myself again, will encourage me, will there be to walk beside me when it's hard? Have I got everything in place to be ready to start making these changes? Because I think change is hard. And I think changing, particularly from disordered eating and an eating disorder, that at some point has met some of our difficult needs. In letting go of that, we're going to feel some stuff. And it's about compassionately asking ourselves, what do I need to be in place before I begin this process? Because the process of change, whilst it's difficult, it's entirely possible. But as with anything that we do, if we get as prepared and ready as we can be, then it's much more likely to be successful in the long term and manageable in the long term. And that commitment to making that change on the days that feel particularly tricky, if we have support around us and support within us, well, then we're much more likely to keep pushing through and succeed. Our motivation to keep making the changes is going to waver at times. It's not going to be there all the time. So, what do we need to stay committed to the process of change, to get up each day and make that commitment to keep working towards what feels really important to us? So, before we leap into it, take a step back. Think about what you need. Think about what's going to give you the best starting point and begin from there. Take care, everybody. I'll speak again soon. Bye bye.